makes it brighter side. Cause I'm low on the phone, you say. So I talk till I drop, you say, how could I have a heart made of stone while you... Oh, when we synchronize, it's exactly what I thought and I fantasized. Playing games with my mind, making us collide. And we know how it goes when we're out at night. And I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. When you bet you're nice, you're so satisfied. When I dig in the dirt, you're in paradise. And I know that you know I can sleep at night. Oh, and you're by my side. And it's smooth how you move, cause I'm petrified. Setting traps in my head, messing with my mind. When you talk, but I know you're lying. And I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. Why you so icy cold? My tears can't drip. Sitting awake alone, tattoos I miss. If I was to call your phone, I know you'd click. Baby, can I have the throne? I call it quits. You can even have my car, I don't need it. I've been inside my room since you left it. Thinking about the place where we first kissed. Oh, and I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold.
From now all the way until February.
Now there's a big prize pool at the end of this tournament. What have you thought about doing if you won it all with that money?
Just invest, spend a lot on my family, try to buy a new house, probably, not go too crazy. Like I'm big on like not spending too much crazy money, but it's a lot of money. It's life changing for everybody. The past.
That's a look from earlier on as the Nets head to the locker room. They're in no mood to let this game get away from them on their home floor. But traffic in New York City making its way back and forth between Manhattan and the borough of Brooklyn. Our setting tonight. Seems like we've been here before. Yes, it is Groundhog Day. And we welcome you to this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. With us tonight, 1990 NBA Dunk Contest finalist, Kenny the Jet Smith. I remember that 90 event. You were terrific. You were skying all over the place.
Man, thanks for having me. But how did they give Dominique that? He did the same dunk 3 times. If you do the same dunk, you're going to get the same score. That doesn't make sense to me. But hey, man, happy to be here.
Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks very much. In this era of player empowerment, no aspect is more important than their determination to make sure their voices are heard. As continued cases of social injustice come to light, they refuse to simply shut up and dribble, if you get my meaning. Instead, they're using their platform to affect change. Kevin, it's a movement among some very determined players.
Much needed indeed, David. Thank you.
The NBA is such an international phenomenon, Kenny. Tearing up this league are some young guns who started outside of the U.S.
Yeah, Giannis, Jokic and Doncic, they come to mind. They're probably 3 of the top 10 players in basketball right now. It's not, I don't even say it anymore. I don't say international player. I just say he's a player now. I never think about Giannis as an international player anymore.
Our game's been global for so long now that's a great point because, we had Dirk and we've had Nash and we've had Akeem. Some of our all-time greats weren't from America.
Yep.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Batum in at the 4 slot. And for Brooklyn, we've got Harden. Durant is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Irving, and it's Harris in at the small forward. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Here is Harden. Here's the 3, and he's good on the 3 ball.
Now that's a nice stop and pop by Harden. Shoots almost every shot at a high level.
Outside, George. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
Irving from long range. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
However you defend him, Kyrie has an answer. He can go speed, he can hesitate, whatever it takes.
Over in the corner, Beverley. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum.
This guy is such an intelligent guard. Patrick Beverley finding a driving lane and finishing.
Irving can't hit.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Now Leonard. He had 28 points in the win against the Knicks in New York.
But the defense had tons of difficulty covering him. They kept putting him at the line, and he burned them.
Kenny, your former team, the Rockets, have suggested that the league move to start the free agency ahead of the NBA draft. From what you hear, is that idea picking up some momentum?
Well, that's how it is in other pro leagues.
It is, right.
You have the free agency, then you know exactly what you need in the draft. So it would make sense. You're drafting something, and all of a sudden you get all these different free agents. You don't need those young players because typically young players are 2 to 3 years away.
The landscape changes.
Yeah, it has, but I like the way we have it because the one advantage with the rookies is they come in as a brand, which is an advantage to you. You think about Zion coming in, it changed the entire landscape of the Pelicans franchise. Like, those guys do have a lot of value if they played in college and been able to build up that brand.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Nets trail by 6. And here's Harden for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Harden's got 6.
I saw Harden bristle a little when he drained that last 3. A competitor like him can't let it go.
And the jam by Harden.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Here's Beverley after the basket by Brooklyn, and that one's good, George.
This is how you wear down a defense. Paul George is a rough cover once he establishes himself inside.
Drills the three-pointer. 11 points in the game.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
To the paint, here's Beverley. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 3 assists in the game. Irving from long range. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
And that's not an easy environment to play in. To score at the rate they did on the road says a lot about their intensity and focus.
Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. You take a look at Los Angeles. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record.
Yeah, and I think the Clippers, they've come through for their fans this season. All the optimism surrounding them, all the high hopes, all proved to be legit.
Well, how about the momentum they have built to get off to this fantastic start? All positive vibes right now for this group.
Durant, that's good.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Stolen by Durant, and he banks in the layup. Durant's got 5 now.
Wow. The balance, the body control of Durant. Man, he's able to score with the D and gets any place he wants.
Now here's Beverly. He's got 10. Fader on the way, and it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Beverly. When you look around the league, a lot of great defenders. Kenny, in your view, what makes a great perimeter defender when you think about those names?
Wow, long arms, the ability to slide your feet and play multiple positions.
So PG, Kawhi, those are a couple guys, right?
Anthony Davis.
Davis.
Yeah, guys who are really going to be able to move around and feel comfortable being uncomfortable.
And I would say that I think, and PG is a terrific defender. He's an elite level defender, but the two best are Kawhi and AD, because those are the guys that can comfortably guard 1 through 5. They can guard perimeter and paint consistently.
Great footwork for both.
Yes.
And here's George. James Harden getting it to go from deep, and Leonard gets it to go.
Yeah, I just had a feeling Kawhi Leonard would respond with a 3 of his own. Beautiful.
Durant for 3, and again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Beverly finds Ibaka. Passes it to George. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on James Harden.
That's what you love about George. He can beat you off the ball, and he can also initiate.
First trip to the line for him here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Free throw good, Paul George.
He's a top talent in today's game. George is not only a dynamic offensive player, but he's versatile and a skilled defender.
And he makes both free throws.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Irving for 3. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Irving's got 17.
What a baller this guy is. It's so much fun watching Irving go to work and dominate like this.
It's good again, and the next one, 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
And something from your era that is always talked about, Kenny, hand checking. How big a difference did hand checking make for defenders?
It made the game easier for defenders, without question. You know, I actually, our series with Greg, is the reason there's no hand checking rules. Because Derek Harper
There's so much.
was so aggressive.
The
with the
best,
hand.
I always felt that was a guy. I mean, first of all, he was big and strong, and when he put that hand on you, it felt good, didn't it, kid? He liked that. He liked that.
You could feel it, right? That's what you're saying. You could feel
and he
it.
could literally guide you where he wanted you to go.
Without question.
Last game for Brooklyn, it was a loss to the Wizards. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
The Nets shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And looking at the numbers this season, they're shooting a robust 82% from the line. That's about as good as it gets.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. And Luwawu subbed in for Joe Harris. That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
Some guys just go along with the program. No questions asked. Other guys, like Kyrie, are deep thinkers who will question things they don't believe in.
Now here's Leonard. 9 points in the game so far. Yep, it counts. 11 points in the game.
Well, they're not behind because of this guy. He is putting on a tremendous run.
Here's Harden and the jam by Harden.
We love to see Harden come up the floor, assesses the situation, and then it's a decisive action.
Williams with the ball. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Los Angeles calls timeout. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Yeah, I think they've got to be talking about just guarding him a little more tightly on the perimeter or keep the ball out of his hands as much as possible, period. That's about the only way you're going to cool this guy off.
The Nets making a switch here. Brown's checked in.
And this summer, Vince Carter retiring after his 22nd NBA season. That's a record for longevity in the game. Kenny, he's closer to our age than he is to some of his teammates.
Yeah, that's amazing. A guy could do it at this level so long and really help the team instead of just be on the team. He's an incredible athlete. That dedication and willingness is just rolled over into time.
Never had to be the main guy at this stage of his career, always wanting to supplement, help, tutor, mentor, and he stayed healthy.
Stayed healthy, that's the key.
And he knocks down the first one. Jackson, he's checked in for Los Angeles. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Clippers trail by 12. It's deflected. And here is Green. 23 points for him the last game against the Wizards in Washington. And it's sent back by George. It's good. And the Nets lead by 14.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Knocks it loose. Brown with it. Williams picks him up. A three ball. Goes back up. And Jordan gets it to go.
What about the intensity? Go ahead, Mr. Jordan. We see you working out there.
And George kicks to Zubats. Looking to end the run, and the dunk by Zubac.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Last game for Brooklyn, it was a loss to the Wizards in Washington. Jackson finds Williams. And we heard about market size mattering less to players these days, guys. But then we see summers where all the big free agents go to Los Angeles or New York. So, Kenny, which is it?
Well, there's two aspects of it. There's endorsements and then there's quality of life. In the small markets, catching fire on the marketing front is sometimes much more difficult, but there could be a better quality of life. In a big city, you could be marketed, and then all of a sudden you start losing, and the quality of life goes down.
Yeah, and the reality is the fact that when we played, there was only a couple games a week on national television. Now every game that every NBA team plays is on national television. The impact of social media, they're just, you can be a superstar in a small market today. Doesn't matter. Look at Giannis, you look at Durant and OKC, Westbrook. You can be as big a star in any market in today's game.
Getting off the floor with ease, George makes aggressive moves to the rim look so effortless.
And when you got someone putting on a show like this, I mean, in the first quarter, you have got to be kidding.
Now here's Williams. Jackson in the corner. And the foul on Harden. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, a bit reckless right there. That's his second foul, and he can't afford to pick up a third.
Landry Shamet's checked in for the Nets. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Kennard's checked in. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And he's all over that shot, has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
On the wing, Williams. He's covered by Brown. Jackson has the open look. That 3 off the mark.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
A nice shot by Jordan.
He is now 3 for 4 to start this game. Clearly, the confidence is already building.
Outside Jackson. Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
And so it's Williams who brings it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 17. And Morris throws it down.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Here is Williams following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. Softly drops in the floater. Williams has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And the Nets lead by 18.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Williams finds Zubac. Good, great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got 4 assists in the game.
Over the course of his career, Lou Williams has really improved as a passer. That is nicely done.
A three-pointer is right on target. Brown's got his second basket of the night.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
In the corner, Kennard with it. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Pulls up on the wing, and it's Brown missing.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Nets leading by 17. Shot on the wing. That doesn't go either for Brown.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. It's the Nets leading by 17. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Naturally a ball-dominant player, James Harden talked to us about others setting him up a little bit more.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal. Of course, playing off the ball is something that I'm comfortable doing. Like I'm able to catch and shoot. I'm able to play off, on the wings.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big games.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, the Nets enjoying a nice lead here.
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
Luwawu is out there with Green. Then it's Jordan. Then there's Landry Shamet. And it's Brown in a point. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Second chance points. That helps an offense, Kenny. It's an easy way to get some scoring. Which players do the best job of keeping possessions alive for the chance to get the second chance?
Second chance points, I would say Drummond, Steven Adams, and Cantor. Those are guys who are great offensive rebounders, and they get it done.
Don't forget Montrezl Harrell is another guy that is doing a great job.
Shamet with the steal. Lays it up off the glass. Shamet's got his third bucket of the night.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Clippers trail by 19. Jackson deciding where to go with it. That one also a miss for him, just like the other 3 attempts this game. Here's Green. He can't get that one to fall. The Clippers go the other way with it. They can look forward to the Cavaliers after this game in a matchup against Cleveland. And that concludes this long 6-game road trip. Poked loose and stolen by Jordan. And here we go with Green. Nobody back.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Down low. And Morris throws it down.
Timeout.
Mr. Morris leaves no doubt.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Since the Nets acquired Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, the franchise has gone from being an up-and-comer to a potential powerhouse in the East. That's necessitated changes on the bench and on the court. The Nets have added some new veterans. The time is now for Brooklyn to stand up and make its move in the East. Kevin, back to you.
Well, we'll see how they do. David, thank you. So for the Nets, Kevin Durant's checked in for Jordan. Joe Harris comes in for Luwawu-Cabarrot, and Irving subbed in for Brown. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Leonard, he's checked in for Jackson. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Williams. And that one's good. Beverley's got 14.
Boy, Patrick Beverley made his bones on the defensive end, but he's working offensively right now.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. Kenny, when you came into the NBA as a rookie, was there a veteran who stepped in to become your mentor?
My first coach, Bill Russell, was a mentor.
Was your mentor.
Yes. Which is even funnier. Like, the former players of North Carolina were my mentors. because we
Who
play
are
in
some of those guys?
Michael Jordan,
Yep.
Sam Perkins, Walter Davis.
That's like a Hall of Fame class.
Yeah. I mean, all those guys
Wow.
were still in the league, and they would come back and they would tell stories about what it takes to be in the NBA and how you got to stay there. So those were my mentors.
And you drank in every word.
Oh, every second,
right.
yeah.
They get it again. It's good. He's got 16.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's Irving. And again, it's the Nets missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Beverly wide open. A three-pointer, no good.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
And defensively, how do you lose sight of a guy like Durant? Total breakdown.
Here's Kennard. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Batum inside the three-point line, and they cash in right away with the quick shot. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
That's his first triple of the second period, third of the game.
Irving for three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Beverly with the ball.
I say this to my son KJ about Leonard all the time. He's smooth in everything he does, and he catches fire with confidence.
No good from Irving. Clippers trail by 14. Now the pass to Beverly, and he jams it with authority.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Shot from the wing, and all around the rim that time before dropping in. Irving's got 9 points in the quarter.
Well, you love his effort level, right? Particularly when it's winning time. He is going for the finish.
Beverly and Durant sends it back.
Over the past few years, Durant's gotten a lot more attention for his defense, and rightly so.
Knocks down the three ball.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And the Clippers call time here.
You know, couldn't agree more with this timeout. Far too many turnovers to get any kind of offensive rhythm. You're just trying to mix things up here.
James Harden, he's checked in for Landry Shamet. Paul George, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Here's George. A 17-point game for him in the win against New York.
And it was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points.
Now, here is George. And again, no good by the Clippers. It's Durant on the wing. Defended by Batum. Bucket is good.
A quick decision maker with a smooth release. Defenders can't be surprised when Durant pulls up.
Batum passes to George. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. From the wing. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Durant's got 9 points now in the quarter.
In such a rhythm right now. Feathery touch. He's lighting them up.
And Nicholas Batum, the bucket on the assist by Leonard. Leonard's got assist number 5 here tonight.
One of the most unselfish players you'll ever be. Leonard doesn't care who scores. He just wants to win.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Clippers trail by 21, and there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. And that'll be his third foul so far.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Harris against Leonard. Now here's Beverly. 21 points in the game. Tipped away. Leonard against Harris. 5 on the clock. And it's Leonard missing. And here are the Nets. They're on an 11-2 run. It's Harden with the drive, and it's good. 2 points. Harden's got 31 points.
Using that strong feint, using it to his advantage. Harden showing what's up his sleeve.
Here's George. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Nets leading by 21. It's Harden with the drive. That one misses. Great D that time from Leonard. Inside. Here's Batum. Outside for George. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for Brooklyn. He'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand.
The thing about KD, he's always had other superstars with him. He's grown up in this league having to share the wealth.
Outside Leonard. And it's off from 3-point range. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. There's Green with the 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And Green's become a dependable 3-point threat. If you don't get a hand in his face, he can certainly knock those down.
On the wing, Batum. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got assist number 7 for him tonight.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that 3-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
LA's gotten half their shots from 3-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. And Ibaka kicks to Leonard. Pass to Beverly. Pass to Ibaka for the 3. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Well, Ibaka added the element of the 3-point shooting to his game, and a timely answer there.
Here's Irving. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
And here again, the Nets in transition. Up the court they go. Second chance shot. Harden gets the bucket. Here's George. He's got 12. There's the 3. Brooklyn with the rebound. Harris looking it over. And the Nets, another 3.
You're one of the best shooters in the game, knocking down shots off the pull-up. Woo-hoo, go Joe Harris.
Outside Leonard. Can they get it? It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Timeout called, the Nets. Some changes for Brooklyn. Jordan, he's checked in for Green. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Joe Harris. And it's Brown in for James Harden. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Reggie Jackson's checked in for Leonard. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverley. And here is Williams, following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And here is Los Angeles now. Now George. He's got 12. Just 5 to shoot. Takes the 3. Kevin Durant with the rebound. KD's got 4 rebounds in this game. Over George. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Durant's got 19 points.
I'll tell you, the consistency of a good first quarter leads to an excellent second quarter. Riding the wave here.
Morris passes to Zubac. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his first personal foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
At the line for the Clippers, Ivica Zubac. At the line for 2.
The first free throw is good. So he gets them both. There's a minute 34 left in the second quarter. Irving with it. Guarded now by Morris. Took him no time at all on that one. Irving's got 41. Kenny, always fascinating to get your take. We sure appreciate you coming by.
Man, it's great to be here, man. Thanks for having me, man. Happy to be here. This is the best studio show up top, but we got the best down here by the bottom.
Are they paying you well? Are they paying you well?
Not as well as y'all are. I tell you, not as well as y'all are.
And what an experience it was, Greg, to have Kenny joining us. You always know he's going to give you his honest opinion, which makes him so great.
Kevin, and throughout his playing days and now as a broadcaster, Kenny has never pulled any punches. He'll tell it to you like it is, and that's one reason he is so beloved.
The Clippers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
Both free throws good from Jackson.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
From about 16, and no good that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Well, don't let Kevin Durant get comfortable from the mid-range, because that is money in the bank.
Now, here is George. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. George has got 14 points for the game.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Brown, good.
Wow, 10 straight points from mid-range.
And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. Morris inside. KD's on him. They shoot again. And there's the play by Morris inside. Morris has got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, see, Marcus Morris has the physicality and the frame to be able to be a force on the offensive glass. That's nicely done.
And so it's Brooklyn with a massive lead of 30 points here at the end of the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Hey, James, we know that scoring seems to come easy for you. How do you create that mentality out there?
I just like to have fun. It's all for the kids. It's all for the fans. I think that's what we're here for. And so, guys, just go out there, compete, have fun, and just play hard.
My family doesn't think it's all for the kids, but I appreciate your sentiment. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show being put on here for the home fans tonight. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And rejoining us here at the table, hey, he's back, Kenny the Jet Smith. Kudos to you, sir, for your sharp and incisive analysis of the game.
Oh, thank you, Ernie. Thank you. Always a pleasure to break down the game with the great ones.
Trader. Excuse me. Yeah, glad you had fun over there. Trader.
I'm back, though.
Copycat.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy, ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Ibaka in at the 5 down low. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, "I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it." Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report. Trying to get open is Ibaka. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by George. Leonard's got 22 points. Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
Well, Kyrie Irving, if you're open, he will find you. This guy is a scorer, but he understands others have got to come along with him.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Stolen by Harden. And the jam by Harden.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience. Missed that one, but still a really good start coming off the break. 3 for 4 now.
Puts one up from 19, and it's good off the back rim and in. Irving's got 45 points.
Well, Irving has been in attack mode all night. This guy is comfortable from any spot on the floor.
And so the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last.
Clippers ball.
Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Here's George. 16 points for him. And the shot goes down.
There's a rhythm with which Paul George plays the game of basketball. That pace is so important.
The Nets have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. KD, that's for 2. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. He's got 23.
What a great shooting performance. His percentage is outstanding.
And with Kevin Durant recovering from the Achilles injury, glad we get to see one of the all-time greats back in action.
No doubt, Greg. And KD is trying to navigate his way through one of the most difficult injuries a basketball player can face. But we know unequivocally this man will go down as one of the elite scorers in NBA history. That combination of size and shooting is truly something to behold.
Beverly finds Batum. Here's Leonard. And that one is off. Good work defensively by Harden. And it's Harden with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets over Ibaka. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
KD against Beverly from about 19 feet. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
That one goes in.
Yeah, Patrick Beverly making it easy for his teammate to score.
Here's Irving. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Leonard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
DeAndre Jordan.
It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Foul. Elbow. 2.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
That free throw good from George.
To think that at one point, after that horrific leg injury, Paul George, there was some doubt whether he could regain the level of play we're accustomed to. But this guy gets better and better.
Landry Shamet's checked in for Brooklyn. Both shots good from the stripe. The Nets have gotten 8 of their 11 shots to drop since the break. A great third quarter for them offensively. The quick look, no good that time. The Clippers have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. That one a little long. The net shooting has been just uncontainable. 72%. Jordan, wide open shot is on the money. Jordan's got 8 points. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. And George kicks to Leonard. Looking for Ibaka. He gets it there. And Ibaka slams it in.
Well, we know Kawhi will always attract lots of defensive attention, which puts him in a position to find his teammates. Pretty pass.
Now, here is Harden. 43 points in the game.
This guy has been unstoppable. It has not mattered at all what the defense throws at him. He's had an answer.
Here's Beverly. The shot off that time. Good work defensively by Harden. Shoots. Jordan's shot is off for Los Angeles. They've gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far. Just above 50%. Leonard, the pass to Beverly. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. It's good. 14 points for him.
How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum. Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are not missing many.
Here's Beverly. James Harden picking up that last basket.
DeAndre Jordan.
The Clippers have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
At the line for 2.
That's good from Beverly.
And we know Patrick Beverley is one of those guys you love having him on your team. But if you're an opponent, you absolutely despise this guy's toughness and the way he embraces the defensive end of the floor. Patrick Beverley has dug it out of the dirt and created a great career.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Green's checked in. Both free throws good from Beverley.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Williams against Harden. Here's Jordan. No good off the back of the rim.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Kennard on the wing. To the middle. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
Nets shooting an unreal 70% from the field, making a mockery of this defense. And that one's good, Shamet.
And they're leaning on the mid-range right now. That's 6 of their last 10 from that area.
Beverley, the pass to Zubac. To the paint, here's Leonard. The kick out to Williams. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. Well, it's not just point guards that can pass the rock. Here are the assist leaders among shooting guards over the span of the last month. James Harden, number 1.
Well, when he's on the court, it's like having a second point guard out there. I mean, and in fact, his passing ability oftentimes rivals or surpasses some of the best point guards in our league.
Yeah, he may be a shooting guard by name, but he is every bit the distributor that some of the league's top point guards are. And he's as unselfish a player as there is at the off-guard spot.
Now here's Williams. Harden missing his last shot. Williams kicks to Kennard. Offline with his 3. Nets shooting a stellar 60% since the halftime break. Here's Shamet. That one rolling around and rims out. Los Angeles has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college, but boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after and he kept working.
Luwawu Cabarrot, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Bruce Brown comes in for James Harden. Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard. And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to leave. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
Here's Shamet. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Got that one up quick. Shamet's got 11.
Listen, this guy is not the most dangerous threat from there, but you have got to honor the shooting a little bit.
Williams passes to Leonard. The feed now to Morris. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his first.
You see, you can't be too physical with Marcus Morris. This guy is so strong, and he's so good at drawing the foul.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
Marcus Morris has proven that he can be effective in any system in the NBA, understands his role as a stretch 4.
And Morris drops them both. Brown with it. 10 points for him. Shoots the three. And the Nets, another three.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on Shooter.
And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. And that one is good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Brooklyn's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Here's Brown. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. 15 points in the game. And Los Angeles guys shooting a scorching 68% in the game. Here's Williams. Green with the block. And he gets it back. And it's Leonard missing. And the Nets with possession. Let's go. Green, no luck. The Clippers shooting an outstanding 55% from the field since the half. You know, their execution has been on point.
Well, guys, Kawhi may not have averaged 20 points per game until his 5th season, but now it happens with regularity.
Wasted no time on that one. Shamet's got 7 points here in this quarter. Shamet's getting it done tonight, efficiently here from the floor, 6 of 10 so far. In the corner, it's Morris. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Williams has got his 7th assist in the game. Taken away by Williams. Morris into the lane, to the inside, and it's Leonard with the jam.
Well, almost effortless there from Kawhi Leonard. The reach and leaping ability. Look out.
Timeout called the Nets.
You think about Lou Williams and finding his way and finding himself with the Los Angeles Clippers. He's played for a 5th of the teams in the league. He always felt overlooked, underappreciated, but certainly he's found his niche here.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Jackson's checked in.
And now a quick review at the numbers for Jeff Green. This last month, he has been a real positive for this team. 13th in three-point field goal percentage, and not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And no one's been able to guard him out there. Defender's been trying to get physical with him, but time and time again, he just shrugs him off and drills it. Whistle blows, basket is good, so a chance here for a three-point play.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Irving's checked in for Landry Shamet. And here's Kennard. The kick out to Williams. There's Jackson with the three. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. The tray. Kennard with the rebound.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
Brooklyn's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. And the Nets miss again. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Right side, Williams. And that one's on target from the wing. Williams has got 13.
You've got to be shot ready, and Lou Williams on the catch and shoot, yes, sir.
A nice shot by Irving.
You can see why they go to this guy so often. More often than not, he's going to be very efficient like he is right here.
Williams looking over the floor. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become. The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
To the middle, here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
It's really clear to me that Marcus Morris has an unshakable belief in his ability to score at will.
And on the way from Irving for three, and again, Brooklyn with the triple.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Williams with a clean look, and that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got 14 rebounds tonight, going after it. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving. And Brooklyn making a change here. Durant's checked in. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. George is checked in. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. 26 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. In the corner, it's Morris. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got 9 assists now tonight.
Well, he's done his part, no doubt about it. Still yet to miss in the game.
On its way from Irving for 2. Here's KD. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
The to-do list when you're trying to guard Kevin Durant is long, and he's used that added strength to power through contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
Shooting one.
The free throw off from Durant.
Well, you're playing right into Kevin Durant's hands when you put him at the free throw line. This guy has always been terrific at the charity stripe.
What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the Brooklyn Nets. Offensively, this has been his best game of the season. This is the most points he's scored all year. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. They've got Luwawu. He's out there with Durant. And it's Pell in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And Morris throws it down.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Lets it go. Durant, no good. And Los Angeles guys shooting an impressive 65%, having their way with this defense. And Durant comes to help. Here's Patterson. And the three off target. The Nets shooting 66% right now. This offense getting everything they want out there. Took him no time at all on that one. KD's got 29.
But Kevin Durant plays with great pace. He never allows the defense to speed him up. Just a pretty pull-up jumper.
And the basket by Jackson.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
Chioza. Here's Pell. And the layup is good. Pell's got his first points in this one.
when you're trying to claw your way back into a game, you cannot allow second chance opportunities.
Well, how about the effort on the glass? Even with this lead, I love that they're still going after it.
Nets have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Well, we know he's got takeover ability, and Kevin Durant is cooking right now.
Man passes to Kabengele. Here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
Here's KD. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
I'll tell you, he can make it look easy. That jump shot of Kevin Durant is automatic.
Brown against Jackson. Out to Morris. Lets it go from deep. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 6 assists in the game. Here's Chiozza. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Here's Man. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
And the league taking steps to discourage teams, Greg, from tossing away seasons in search of high draft picks. Has enough been done, you think, in that regard?
We'll see. I tell you, the idea of a play-in
that's
tournament
a tough one, isn't it?
For the last few playoff spots, I think that's a good idea, actually. It might keep more teams in the hunt down the stretch. And I think the onus also, if the fans put enough pressure on their teams to try to develop what they have and not always put it on the future, I think that's going to help. But I think you're going to always have a little bit of that moving forward.
Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Here's Patterson. Bangs home the trifecta. Patterson's got his first 3 points of the game.
To me, when Patrick Patterson is hitting from deep, it makes everything easier for his teammates. He has got tremendous touch.
And he comes up with the deuce.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
And the Clippers call time here.
All right now, I want everyone here at the Barclays Center to welcome to the court your next dancers.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense.
One shot.
And so he hits the technical free throw. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter.
I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Here's Ibaka. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Well, Serge Ibaka has really worked on his frame since he entered the NBA. He is someone who can power his way through contact.
Jordan can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 21. George with the ball. And it's Harden picking him up. Batum, good.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Paul George with the steal. No one near him. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. George has got 23 points. Here's Harden. And again, it's the Nets missing. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Here's Batum. Banked in off the glass. Batum's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Exceptional vision by Paul George. This guy is tearing up the defense.
Here's Irving. Offensive rebound. Durant. They can't stop the run with that one. Clippers trail by 15. George, that's a two-pointer. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And this is a shot Paul George makes consistently, right? When he's in rhythm, he's ready to fire off the bounce.
Count that one. Irving's got 53.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Timeout. Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
Leonard, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
Beverly dishes to Batum, and Durant sends it back.
Boy, the long arms of Kevin Durant twice on the pipes.
Timeout called the Nets.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
Shumpert is checked in for the Nets. Los Angeles on D, down by 15. from 13. Rebound by the Clippers. George has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Outside for Batum. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
On its way from Irving for 2. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Irving's got 55.
We so often identify Joe Harris as strictly a shooter, but this guy, he is a tremendous passer as well.
George, that's a 2-pointer. Harden grabs the miss. Harden's got his 5th rebound in this one. Irving with it. George picks him up. Irving passes to Harden. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Harris. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. And so it's Brooklyn with it. They lead by 14. A nice shot by KD. Now here is George. Left side, Ibaka. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. And that's 13 points for Serge Ibaka.
Ibaka tough to contain now. This guy's super skilled near the basket. He's got a variety of shots he can choose from.
But they get it back. Harris misses. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Here's Beverly. Good.
Just doing what he can. He's competing and he's converting.
And he has really kept them in this one. The high effort level. Now the rest of the team has got to step up.
Clippers trail by 12. Now Leonard. Down low. And Shumpert pulls it down.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Well, outstanding contest on the shot, and then he's positioned perfectly to go after the rebound.
Beverly, the pass to Leonard. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
He's shooting the lights out down the stretch, trying to keep them competitive.
Brooklyn leading by 9. And then Durant with the dunk.
With his length and his size, how easy does KD make that dunk look?
Beverly with the ball. Ibaka outside. It's good again, and the next one 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
Yeah, surprised he doesn't have more shot attempts. He's been accurate. You'd think he'd want to take control now with them behind.
And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him. So it'll be James Harden shooting. That one on George.
And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back 3, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot. And paired with his dribble drive, a 2-move torture chamber.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for the Nets. Free throw good, James Harden. And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted 3-point shots.
And not to mention 4-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their 3-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency.
Nobody near George. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Ooh, finally hitting one from range. That's his first 3 of the night.
Durant for 3. Sinks the triple. KD's got 44.
Kevin Durant is a gifted shot maker. What you can do, I can do better.
Passes to Ibaka. Beverly against Irving. Beverly the pass to George. And another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Here's Harden. That shot off the mark. Excellent D there from George.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
Another possession, another assist.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. It's hard.
Oh, wow! Young fella. And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Here's Leonard. In the corner, George with it. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got 36.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Beverly for three, and again Los Angeles with the triple.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Leonard with the steal. Over Harris. Leonard, no luck. Nets leading by 6. From deep, Harden. Another one goes. Incredible.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. In the corner, George with it. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
You can see Paul George is locked in right now. Big-time shots demonstrate his elite level in the NBA.
Irving passes to Harris. Shoots over Leonard. Here's Jordan. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
At the line for your Nets, DeAndre Jordan. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Well, you know what DeAndre Jordan is going to bring to the table every night. Great effort, incredible presence on the backboards, a ton of length defensively. Love everything he does for you.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Timeout called, the Nets. They're up by 7. 59 seconds left in the game. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Clippers. And no good. Great D that time from Jordan. Three-pointer. And KD good for 3. KD's got 47 points.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 10. 44 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. .44 seconds left in the fourth. Shoots it. And the Clippers miss again. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote. Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
George against Johnson. Here's Patterson, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, I think this is where they'd like to see Patrick Patterson be effective, get his points in tight, make nice, efficient moves to the rim.
Durant in the corner. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Here's Williams. Here's Mann. They get it back.
Well, you have to get something out of that possession, and thanks to Patterson's work on the glass, heads-up play to score that.
Right side Durant. So it's the Nets picking up the win. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Kyrie, a top-tier matchup. I wonder if you circled this one on the calendar.
Every game is like that for us, especially going forward. We understand what we're trying to accomplish. The little things matter in the big picture, so we want to just come out and just have a consistency on both ends of the floor.
Well, it showed up tonight, man, with a big win, man. I appreciate your time. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.